chosen one, as you read these words, they are trying to find out something more about you. Have you noticed that no matter how much you try to protect yourself, they keep watching? They come from all sides, at seemingly harmless moments, as you walk down the street, as you answer messages on your phone, even when you are in the privacy of your home. Every detail, every movement is being observed. The constant feeling that something is trying to dig deeper, trying to expose everything that is most intimate to you. But what they seek goes far beyond your daily routine. They want more. These gang stalkers already know much more than you'd like to admit. They know where you go, what you enjoy doing, your everyday weaknesses. They've already uncovered small secrets, the places you frequent, the people you talk to, your response patterns, and your schedule. It's not just physical surveillance. They are decoding you, meticulously analyzing every behavior. The stalkers don't stop. They are weaving a web around you, chosen one, weaving every detail of your life into a map they believe is complete. But there's something that torments them. There's something they still can't touch, and it infuriates them. The more they try, the farther they drift from the true goal. Despite all their efforts, they are still stuck on the surface. No matter how much they try to understand who you are, they can't. They see your gestures, recognize your preferences and habits, but they never reach what truly matters. They believe they're close to exposing everything, but they are deceiving themselves. You, chosen one, carry something far beyond what they can see or comprehend. Every attempt they make to go deeper ends in frustration. Because deep down, they cannot understand what drives your soul, what guides your steps. It's as if they are trying to open a door that will never open for them. They are standing before a mystery they will never be able to decipher. And even though you feel the pressure of this constant surveillance, you know that your true power lies beyond their reach. They can observe your routine, yes. They can discover trivial details about your daily life. They can try to predict your movements, your decisions. But there's something they will never be able to touch, your spiritual essence, your connection with the purpose that defines you as chosen. That is untouchable. They cannot reach what is deepest in you. And that is what frustrates them. They are realizing that no matter how hard they try, there is an invisible barrier, something impenetrable, that keeps them always distant from what really matters. You've felt this presence trying to invade your mind, trying to find a weak point, a breach. But the closer they get, the farther the true center of your being becomes. They cannot break through the barrier that protects your soul, the force that has guided you since the beginning. They are trapped in insignificant details, while the heart of who you are remains untouched, inviolable. And no matter how much they don't admit it, this is their greatest defeat. They failed before they even started. But don't be mistaken, chosen one. This battle is not over. They will continue trying. They will keep watching, waiting for a mistake, a weakness, a moment of carelessness. They want to expose you in every possible way. They want to push you to the limit, make you believe you're vulnerable, that they can destroy you. They want you to feel fear, to doubt yourself, to believe there is no escape. But what they don't understand is that the more they pressure you, the stronger you become. Your true strength is not in what they can see but in what remains hidden, protected by your connection with something much greater. While the stalkers desperately try to uncover what they cannot, you sense that there is something in them that is also wearing down. They become obsessed with the idea of exposing you, but the more time they spend trying to break through your defenses, the more they realize they are moving away from the true objective. You are an enigma that will never be deciphered, a light they will never be able to extinguish. And it is this light that blinds them. They may try in every way, but they will fail, because they do not understand the essence of what it means to be chosen. You are beyond their capacity to control. As they continue to observe you, each attempt becomes more desperate. They try to use what they know against you, manipulating small details of your life, trying to influence your decisions. But all they have are superficial information, fragments of a truth they will never fully know. They believe they are in control, but they are only seeing the shadows of reality. You, chosen one, know that true strength comes from within, from a place they will never be able to reach. The more they expose you, the more evident it becomes that they will never be able to touch you. They may know your routines, your habits, and even your vulnerabilities, but they cannot understand what truly moves you. They cannot access your soul, your essence. And that destroys them. They thought they had the power, but now they see that you are untouchable. You are inviolable. They may keep trying, but they will never reach the core of what makes you who you are. They will keep trying. Their strategies will change, becoming increasingly subtle, more insidious. They will try to destabilize you emotionally, choosing moments of vulnerability when you least expect it. They will search for your weak points, those moments when your confidence may seem shaken. But you, chosen one, already know they cannot break what is unbreakable. Your essence is protected by a force far greater than any of them can comprehend. They may try to surround you, to trap you in a web of manipulations, but that web never fully closes around you. Because what they are trying to destroy is precisely what they will never be able to touch. You've already felt their presence, haven't you? That feeling that something is not right, that there are invisible eyes following you, even when you're alone. That presence, no matter how much it bothers you, cannot control you. It's as if they are watching a spectacle they cannot comprehend. They look at the surface, at the small gestures, at the patterns we repeat daily. But no matter how hard they try, they are always a step behind. The chosen one is a fortress they will never be able to invade. They want to believe they can completely expose you, but all they can do is learn irrelevant fragments of a much larger reality. They are trapped in a limited vision. These stalkers, in their thirst for control, begin to despair. With each failed attempt to penetrate your deeper layers, they realize that there is something beyond their reach. They are drawn to your light, but that very light blinds them. The brightness that protects you also pushes them away. They think they are close to uncovering all your secrets, but what they don't understand is that with each step they take towards you, they are farther from the truth. The true power of the chosen one is invisible to those who only observe the surface. They can only see what is in front of their eyes, but never what is inside your soul. And the truth is this: they will never touch your soul. That is the part they most desire to reach, the part they believe is the key to destroying you. But what they don't understand is that the soul of the chosen one cannot be captured, nor understood by limited minds. They try, insistently, to connect the dots between your actions and your intentions, as if the puzzle of who you are could be assembled only with external fragments. But what truly defines the chosen one is beyond human understanding. Your connection with the divine is the key to this protection. It creates a force field that prevents any attempt at spiritual invasion. They will continue trying to pressure you, to force you to reveal more than you are willing to show. They will try to use fear as a weapon, hoping that anxiety will make you slip up, that the feeling of being constantly watched will push you to the limit. But what they don't know, chosen one, is that fear does not control you. You have already crossed much darker valleys, faced challenges much greater than these insignificant observers can imagine. And what brought you here was the strength they will never understand. Every step you took was guided by a much greater purpose, and that purpose continues to protect you, even in the darkest hours. They will continue seeking breaches, entry points into your mind, but all they will find are closed doors. They are blind to what truly matters, trapped in a superficial reality while the real you is far beyond their grasp. They don't comprehend the power you carry, the invisible shield that surrounds you. No matter how much they observe, no matter how much they try to understand, they will never reach the center of your strength. You are chosen, protected by forces they will never be able to touch or manipulate. And as they try to find cracks, your spiritual defenses remain unbreakable, fueled by a light that confuses and repels them. As time passes, they will realize that they are failing. Frustration builds, and the fear they hope to plant in you begins to surface in them instead. They realize they are facing something beyond their comprehension, something that goes beyond the control they expected to exert over you. Their methods of surveillance, their attempts at manipulation, all these tactics begin to wear down. And instead of the certainty that they could expose you, doubt arises: do they really have the power to bring you down? The answer is clear. They don't. But that won't make them give up. They will continue watching, waiting, always searching for a new way to strike at you. With each new failure, they will reformulate their strategies, looking for breaches where there are none. They are obsessed because they know that if they fail to bring you down, they have failed in their mission. But what they still don't understand is that your true power lies beyond any observation or manipulation. They may try again and again, but the spiritual barrier that protects you remains firm, unshakable. And the more they try, the more they lose themselves in their own obsession. At this point, the game changes. You are no longer just on the defensive. While they continue focused on observing you, waiting for a mistake, you are growing stronger. Each invasion attempt you resist only increases your resilience, only deepens your connection to the purpose that brought you here. They cannot see it, but you are ascending. What was once a battle to protect your secrets now becomes a battle for your own spiritual evolution. While they fixate on the outside, you grow within. Your light expands, your purpose strengthens. And then, something unexpected begins to happen. They start to realize the truth. Though they will never admit it, they know they cannot reach you. They will feel helpless in the face of your spiritual strength. Every time they try to force a revelation, all they manage is to be repelled by the power that emanates from you. Your energy becomes an impenetrable fortress, and they, once so confident in their mission, now feel doubt gnawing at their determination. The chosen one, whom they thought was vulnerable, is in fact invincible. But this realization won't come easily. They will resist the idea that they have failed. They will continue to believe that, somehow, they can still expose you. They will cling to the illusion that just one mistake, one slip-up, is all it will take to get what they so desperately desire. But you already know, that moment will never come. No matter how hard they try, they will never be able to see beyond what you allow them to. Your spiritual essence is untouchable, a secret that belongs only to you and the greater force that guides you. Every time they try again, they will realize how far they are from their true goal. They are stuck in a meaningless pursuit, trying to decipher something beyond their understanding. With every step they take, they become more confused, more lost. Meanwhile, you grow stronger, knowing that no matter how hard they try, they will never have the power to destroy you. They are fighting a battle they have already lost, but they don't know it yet. You, chosen one, are beyond their reach. Before we continue, if you feel alone and misunderstood as a chosen one, our ebook is a valuable resource. Find guidance to illuminate your path and understand your unique gifts. Get it now and gain access to our exclusive Discord community, where you will find support and understanding. Join us and share your experiences in a welcoming space. Plus, get access to unique and exclusive content. Check out the first pinned comment here on the video. What they don't understand, and likely never will, is that the more they watch you, the more they expose their own weakness. With every attempt to uncover you, they reveal themselves, and that's what condemns them to failure. As they surround you with their tactics, believing that at some point they'll find the key to unlock the doors to your soul, they fail to realize that they are moving further away from the truth. Every observation, every subtle invasion shows that they're just chasing shadows, trying to capture something that doesn't belong to the world they know. They are trapped in a material reality, while you, chosen one, transcend what is tangible and visible. And this transcendence, this strength that emanates from you, is what torments them. They are lost in their attempt to decipher you, trying to understand how someone can be so strong, so resilient, even in the face of constant surveillance. They can't comprehend where this energy comes from that keeps you steady, allowing you to keep moving forward, even when everything around you seems to be falling apart. What they don't know is that while they're watching you, you're growing stronger with each of their failed attempts. What was meant to be an exposure turns into spiritual training. Every attempt at invasion strengthens your spiritual immunity, and this makes them even more desperate. This desperation, this frustration that begins to grow among them, is exactly what weakens them. They wanted to expose you, but they are exposing themselves. They wanted to control you, but they are being controlled by their own obsession. The game has turned, and now they are the victims of their own trap. They are stuck in a cycle of trial and error, always believing they are on the verge of a revelation, but always ending up empty-handed. And that sense of helplessness, of imminent failure, is what slowly consumes them. You, chosen one, remain intact, while they fall into their own snare. Over time, they will realize that they no longer have control over the situation. What started as an attempt to watch and expose you has now become a burden to them. They can't stop, but they also can't move forward. They are stuck, spinning in circles, always trying to find a new way to attack you, but failing every time. They feel the weight of this battle they can never win. And that weight makes them stumble, lose their way, while you remain firm, untouchable, on your path. And the more they try, the more they expose themselves. Now, they are the ones being observed. What was once an attempt to control has become a mirror, reflecting their own weaknesses and flaws. They can no longer reach you, no longer penetrate the layers of spiritual protection surrounding you. Every move they make reveals how lost they are, while you remain centered, connected to a force far greater than they could ever imagine. You no longer feel threatened, because you know your true protection cannot be touched by human hands, nor by eyes that only see the surface. What these stalkers don't understand is that there is an invisible force guiding you, something far beyond their reach. You, chosen one, are protected by something divine, something they are incapable of comprehending. They are operating within the limits of what they can see and touch, while you are beyond those limits. Your strength comes from a much deeper place, from a spiritual connection that cannot be destroyed. And that connection is what makes you immune to any attempt at control or exposure. They are blind to this truth, and that's why they will keep failing, always on the brink of collapse. When they realize they can't reach you, they will try something different. They will try to destabilize you from the inside out, using fear, doubt, anxiety, hoping that somehow, these feelings will weaken you. They know they can't penetrate your soul, so they will try to undermine your confidence, trying to make you doubt your own strength. But what they don't know is that you, chosen one, have already won these battles before. You have already faced doubt, you have looked fear in the eye and emerged victorious. You know that your strength doesn't come from the absence of fear, but from the ability to overcome it. They will try to manipulate your emotions, use people around you, create situations of conflict and chaos, all with the aim of destabilizing you. But every attempt will be in vain. Because, no matter how much they try to play with your emotions, they cannot touch the core of your faith. They cannot understand what keeps you standing, even when everything around you seems to be collapsing. And slowly, they will realize that the more they try to bring you down, the stronger you become. Your resilience is not something they can measure or control. It is a living force, constantly growing, that feeds on adversity itself. Meanwhile, they will lose themselves in their own game. The more they try to break you, the more they get caught up in their own schemes. They thought they could control you, but now they are at the mercy of their own limitations. You, chosen one, continue moving forward, without looking back. Every obstacle they place in your path becomes an opportunity for growth. Every attempt at exposure only strengthens your determination. They underestimated you, believed they could control you, but now they see they have no power over you. As time passes, they will realize that you are impenetrable. And this realization will bring an unbearable weight upon them. The obsession will consume them because everything they believed was possible crumbles before their eyes. The chosen one is a force they will never be able to destroy. You are a mystery that will never be solved, a light that will never be extinguished. And the more they try, the deeper they sink into their own impotence. You, on the other hand, remain unshaken, knowing that your true strength is beyond their comprehension. Now, it is you who watches. You see their weakness, you see how consumed they are by a mission that will never be fulfilled. They may keep trying, but their efforts are futile. You are protected, not only by your spiritual defenses but by the purpose that guides you. This purpose is what sets you apart. You are chosen for something much greater, something they will never be able to understand. And that's why, no matter how hard they try, you will always win. In the end, what remains for them is frustration. They failed. No matter how hard they try, they will never reach the center of your soul, the place where your true strength resides. You, chosen one, are untouchable. You are above any manipulation, any observation or control. Your essence is unbreakable, and that truth will be their downfall. They may keep watching, but they will never reach you. The chosen one cannot be exposed because what you carry inside is greater than any force that tries to bring you down. As they fall into their own trap, you ascend. Every one of their failed attempts only serves to elevate you, to strengthen your connection with the purpose that defines you. They are mere observers of a journey they do not understand. You keep moving forward, knowing that no matter how hard they try, they will never be able to touch you. The chosen one is protected by something much greater, something beyond any surveillance. They failed. And they will always fail. They will keep trying, even knowing that the battle is lost. They are driven by a force of desperation because they understand that the chosen one is far beyond their reach. No matter how much they reformulate their strategies, there is no breach in your protection. What you carry is intangible and cannot be accessed by those who operate only on the physical and superficial level. Your soul, your spirit, and your connection with the divine remain unreachable, like an impenetrable fortress that only you and the higher forces that guide you hold the key to. They are trapped in their limitations, while you operate in a dimension far beyond any control they might try to exert. You have already realized that their power over you is an illusion. They feed on the attempt to create fear, but fear no longer has a place in your life. Fear is the weapon of the weak, of those who try to control what is beyond their understanding. And you, chosen one, have already transcended that. You look danger in the eye and keep moving forward. Each day, your confidence in the purpose you've been given grows stronger. They may try to confuse your emotions, but your inner clarity remains intact. No matter how many times they try to surround you, you will always find a path of light in the midst of the darkness. With every step they take toward you, they grow further from what truly matters. The darkness, in fact, fears the light you carry. They know it, even if they can't admit it. Every attempt to expose you, to weaken you, becomes another proof that you, chosen one, are destined for something far greater. They may manipulate shadows, but your light exposes them to themselves. You are a reflection of what they can never be, and that is what haunts them the most. Every time they watch you, they see not only what they cannot reach, but also their own failures. While you, chosen one, continue to rise, they sink deeper and deeper into their own limitations. They are blinded by the light they cannot comprehend. It's important that you know that no matter how much the stalkers try, your spiritual power continues to grow. Your connection with the divine is a living force that feeds on the very resistance against the darkness. Each of their failed attempts becomes fuel for the flame that burns within you. They believed they could weaken you, but what they didn't realize is that they were actually strengthening you. Your spiritual light is not just a defense, it is a weapon that repels every attack against you. With each attack, they lose more power, while you continue to stand firm in the purpose entrusted to you. The stalkers expected to find a vulnerable being, someone who could be manipulated. But what they found was an unbreakable soul, protected by something far greater than they could imagine. And that is the reality they cannot accept. They cannot control the chosen one because your destiny has been set by higher forces. And no matter how much they try to invade your mind and soul, they are dealing with something beyond their capabilities. You are not just resisting, you are growing. Growing in strength, in wisdom, in spiritual clarity. With every attempt at control, the chosen one becomes even stronger. They have already realized they are failing, but their ego prevents them from giving up. They don't want to admit that they are facing a being invulnerable to their attempts at manipulation. They try everything, mind games, emotional traps, but none of it can touch the chosen one. The frustration they feel is a reflection of their own failure. They are dealing with something that transcends their tools of control. While they remain trapped in their obsession, the chosen one is freed, moving further and further from their grasp. You are not just defending yourself, you are advancing, surpassing the traps they place in your path. They know they no longer have a chance. But obsession is a prison, and they can't stop trying. They are consumed by the desire to control you, but the more they try, the more they sink into their own impotence. You, chosen one, continue on your path, without looking back. Because you have already understood that what they are trying to destroy cannot be broken. Your purpose is greater than any attempt at control, greater than any external threat. And that truth is what protects you. You don't need to hide. You don't need to fear. Your light is your armor, your faith is your shield. They cannot touch what is sacred. And in the end, all that will remain for them is emptiness. A void that they themselves created in trying to destroy something indestructible. You, chosen one, are inviolable. They will realize that all the effort they put in was in vain. Every step they took, every strategy they devised, all of it was just proof of how far they are from reaching you. Your essence remains untouched, your soul protected. And they, who believed they could expose you, end up exposed to their own weaknesses. The battle was won from the beginning. They just didn't realize it. Now, you can walk in peace, knowing that nothing they do can harm you. They may continue to watch, to try, but the barrier between you and them is impenetrable. They are stuck in the superficial, while you walk with the protection of higher forces. Your purpose is greater than any trap they try to place in your path. And with each passing day, this truth becomes clearer to them. You are not just the chosen one, you are a beacon of light that none of them can extinguish. And that, above all, is what haunts them most. They will never get what they want because you are untouchable. You've made it this far because you carry within you a strength they can never destroy. No matter how much they try to expose you, your purpose is greater than any obstacle that appears in your path. You are chosen, and that means nothing and no one can stop you. The battle was won long before they tried to invade your space because your essence is inviolable, and your light is unquenchable. Every challenge you've faced to this day has only served to strengthen your connection with the divine, and that is the truth that perplexes them. You are not vulnerable, you are invincible. Remember, every attempt at control over you is an opportunity for growth, every failed attack is your victory. You don't need to fear what is to come because your journey is being guided by something much greater than any earthly power. You carry within you the wisdom and protection that surpass any surveillance. Keep moving forward, trusting in your light and the purpose entrusted to you. You were born to walk a path of greatness, and nothing will be able to divert you from it. If this message resonated with you, leave your like by clicking the button below and subscribe now to the channel to receive more videos on how to face and overcome every obstacle that comes your way. Don't forget to check out the pinned comment if you feel alone and misunderstood as a chosen one. In our ebook, find guidance to illuminate your path and understand your unique gifts. Purchase now and gain access to our exclusive Discord community, where you'll find support and understanding. Join us and share your experiences in a welcoming space. Additionally, get access to unique and exclusive content. Also, share this video with others who need to hear this message. Let's strengthen our community of chosen ones because together, we are an unbeatable force. Comment below your experiences, your victories, or even the battles you've been facing. Your voice matters, and you never know how much your story can inspire another chosen one to keep going. And if you feel that this content has helped you and want to support the continuation of this work, consider buying me a coffee through Buy Me a Coffee. Your contribution allows me to continue bringing messages of strength and inspiration to more people. Click the link pinned in the first comment. Now, don't stop here. Keep diving into the secrets of the chosen ones. Click the video that's being suggested on the screen now or explore the exclusive playlist on the secrets of the chosen ones. You will discover more hidden truths and further strengthen your journey. Thank you so much for being here and for being part of this community. See you in the next video. Lots of strength and light on your path, and see you soon.